Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're putting on our expert analyst hats and completely deconstructing a system that, honestly, most creators just get dead wrong. We're breaking down Facebook's highly aggressive six-tier revenue-sharing ecosystem. Look, if you think making money on Facebook is just about posting random reels and crossing your fingers, you are leaving some serious revenue on the table. Meta is actively paying creators to stay on the platform right now, but that money doesn't go to the people who just post. It goes to the people who strategically engineer their content. So let's dive right into this expert playbook. Here's our exact roadmap for today's explainer. First, the Meta monetization ecosystem. Second, high CPM page foundations. Third, algorithm mechanics and hook science. Fourth, landing partnerships and subscriptions. Fifth, the 30-day execution plan. And finally, number 6, tracking RPM and avoiding traps.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, the Meta monetization ecosystem. This is all about compounding your content. So most creators rely on just one single income source, but when you map the whole thing out, Facebook actually offers 6 simultaneous monetization layers. We're talking in-stream ads, the Reels performance bonus, stars, fan subscriptions, paid partnerships, and commerce. Now, the absolutely crucial takeaway here is this concept of ecosystem stacking. A single piece of content can literally activate all 6 of these streams at once. Think about it. A long-form video generates in-stream ad revenue, right? But it also drives stars during a live replay, pushes followers straight into your subscription funnel, and acts as a killer portfolio piece for brand managers. They all beautifully compound on top of each other.
Moving on to Section 2, high CPM page foundations. This is how you structure your page for maximum RPM before you even hit publish. Your page category is a direct CPM signal, and by that I mean it dictates exactly how much advertisers are going to pay per 1,000 views on your content. If you pick an oversaturated category like content creator or general lifestyle, your CPM might hover around $2. That's barely enough to buy a cheap cup of coffee. But if you align with high CPM niches like health and wellness or personal finance, you're suddenly looking at CPMs between $6.50 and $10, sometimes even higher. Facebook uses this underlying metadata to determine what ads to serve against your content right out of the gate. To trigger that favorable algorithmic categorization, you need a precise setup checklist. First off, absolutely avoid that generic content creator category. Just don't use it. Second, make sure your username and about section are absolutely packed with specific niche keywords. Facebook's internal search is highly keyword indexed, so you have to play the game. Third, build a pinned post that acts as a funnel. State exactly who the page is for, showcase your absolute best value, and explicitly ask viewers to subscribe. And finally, this is the step like 95% of creators completely skip. Connect to Meta Business Suite. Doing this unlocks deeper analytics and instantly flags your page for priority monetization review.
Now, you might be wondering, what if I'm already stuck in a low CPM niche? Well, you execute a niche migration. You don't just abandon your audience. Instead, you strategically tailor your content pillars. Let's say you post general fitness workouts that yield really low CPMs. You can start introducing professional advisory topics, things like investing your health savings or the economics of wellness. By adding these adjacent high-value topics, you are manually manipulating Facebook into serving finance category ads against your content. This drastically increases your revenue from the exact same viewer base. It's brilliant.
Let's look at Section 3, algorithm mechanics and hook science. This is all about controlling viewer retention. When it comes to the content itself, strategic errors will cost you thousands. For Reels, which are basically your discovery engine, you must use a precise 4-part hook pattern. Step 1 is your pattern interrupt, and you have to nail this in the first 1.5 seconds. Think of a contrarian statement like, "Stop following this common advice, here's what actually works." Or use a specific number hook, like, "I made X amount using this exact breakdown." After that, you introduce the tension, provide the resolution, and finish strong with a call to action. You have to capture them instantly. So why are these hooks so incredibly vital? It all comes down to one number, 60%. Facebook tests your content against a seed audience within the first hour. If your viewer retention rate stays above 60% in those crucial first 3 seconds, the algorithm scales your distribution to the masses. But if it drops below 40%, algorithmic distribution just stops entirely. That first 1.5-second hook is the absolute non-negotiable threshold for algorithmic scaling.
Okay, so how do we guarantee that initial push? We use advanced technical mechanics, like the golden hour protocol. Basically, the first 60 minutes after you publish determine your content's algorithmic ceiling. You want to create an artificial engagement spike. How?
by sharing the post to highly relevant niche groups, direct messaging your top followers with a personalized link, and even commenting on your own post with a really thought-provoking question. You're essentially tricking the algorithm into believing your content has viral organic potential right out of the gate. Another huge technical mechanic is comment depth. Facebook doesn't just count the number of comments you get, it measures how deep those conversations actually go. A post with 10 comments that each have 5 replies ranks way higher than a post with 50 single surface-level comments. So the goal here is to reply to every single comment with a question. You want to engineer these 3 deep threats. This directly boosts your organic reach. And the best part? You don't have to spend a single dime on ads. Section 4. Landing partnerships and subscriptions. This is the engine for converting casual viewers into loyal subscribers. Your Reels are great for bringing viewers in, but your live streams and subscriptions are what lock them in. To convert those fleeting viewers into highly profitable, recurring relationships, you need to be running 45-minute live streams at least once a week. And during these streams, use live video psychology. Set milestone triggers. Say something like, hey, when we hit 100 stars, I'm going to reveal this advanced tactic. Then, close your stream by pitching exclusive templates or deep dive content that is solely for your subscribers. And always make sure to tease that subscriber content publicly to build a little FOMO. Once you have that engaged audience, it's time to activate the partnership stream. If you're in one of those high CPM professional advisory niches like finance or health, you need to pitch high-value brand collaborations using Facebook's Brand Collabs Manager. For this, your pitch needs a polished, downloadable PDF media kit. It should highlight your audience demographics, your specific 30-day performance stats, and your professional niche focus. Brands in the financial and advisory sectors will easily pay anywhere from $150 to $2,000 per post if they see you have a highly engaged, targeted audience. All right, Section 5, the 30-day execution plan. Let's synthesize everything we've talked about into a concrete daily action blueprint. Over the course of a single month, here is how your timeline should build out. Week 1 is all about building and seeding. In this seeding phase, you completely bypass the slow organic grind by running a $5 a day boost campaign on your best post. This explicitly shortcuts that 5,000 follower requirement. Week 2, you ignite distribution by upping your posting frequency and reaching out for page collaborations. Week 3 is when you monetize. You check your eligibility and turn on in-stream ads and subscriptions. Finally, in week 4, you scale. You close brand deals and reinvest that revenue right back into further boost campaigns. To make that monthly timeline a reality, you need a daily routine. Here is the condensed daily to-do list you have to execute to manage and grow all 6 income streams at once. Ready? Every day, post 1 to 2 reels using those proven 4-part hooks. Keep that $5 a day follower boost campaign running. Take time to leave genuine, helpful comments in 15 highly relevant niche groups to syndicate your presence. 2 to 3 times a week, script and record 20-minute long-form videos so you can capture that mid-roll ad revenue. And host 1 live stream weekly using those stars milestones we talked about. That is your daily engine. Let's validate this execution plan by looking at the benchmarks. If you're in a high CPM niche, again, like personal finance or health, and you actually follow that daily list, these are your targets for month 1. A conservative goal still puts you at 2,000 followers and up to $280 in total revenue. But the aggressive goal, which is entirely achievable if you are running that $5 boost consistently and really optimizing your ecosystem, that can net you 8,000 followers and up to $1,900 in your very first month. Let's wrap up with Section 6, tracking RPM and avoiding traps. We need to sustain this flywheel and avoid the plateaus that catch so many creators. The single biggest trap advanced creators fall into is chasing what we call vanity viral reach. Look, a video with 500,000 views from a low CPM region might literally yield pennies. You have to shift your focus to qualified audience tracking. Forcefully monitor your RPM, that's your revenue per mil or revenue per 1,000 views. You want to strategically target audiences in the US, the UK, Canada, and Australia through your content topics and targeted boosts. Just 10,000 views from these specific regions can generate up to $140, while the exact same views elsewhere might make you $5. Optimize for geographic audience composition, not just random virality. And this leads us to the next major trap, neglecting your retention curve. Long-form videos allow for mid-roll ads every 4 minutes. The harsh reality is that every single viewer drop-off beyond 50% on your retention graph literally represents lost mid-roll ad placements. If their viewers are leaving at minute 3, they are never going to see the minute 4 ad. You have to analyze these curves. If there's a sudden drop, your content structure is weak. Fix it, keep them engaged, and manually place your ads at those 4-minute intervals so you aren't leaving substantial money on the table.
Let's move to our closing thought. Everything we've covered today isn't just a collection of random hacks. It is a highly integrated, demanding system. As the saying goes, the creators who cherry-pick the easy parts will be back in 6 months asking why it didn't work. The system works. The question is whether you do. You absolutely have to commit to the rigorous 30-day blueprint. It requires treating your Facebook page like a highly optimized media business from day one.
So, I want to leave you with this final provocative question. Are you just posting content into the void, crossing your fingers and hoping the algorithm blesses you? Or are you actively engineering a high RPM revenue flywheel? The tools, the exact hooks, the ecosystem stacking, it is all sitting right there in Meta Business Suite, just waiting for you to pull the levers. Stop posting blindly, start engineering your content, and go optimize your ecosystem. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. I truly hope this completely changes how you approach your content.